I am the founder of Stop Climate Africa, a platform where we educate and inspire people to take action. Today, I'll be speaking on leveraging technology and media for meaningful youth engagement. I am this kind of person that likes analyzing climate action in a very understandable way. I'll try my possible best this morning to break down some technical terms for us to understand ways that we can leverage technology and media for meaningful youth engagement. So what will I be talking about today? Where is this slide moving? Okay, sorry. So I'll be discussing on why technology and media matter, effective climate messaging, choosing the right media channel, social media for climate action, first steps to success, overcoming challenges, and measuring impact. So first and foremost, you ask me why technology and media matter. Most people use technology and media. Should I say most people? Me especially. I use technology and media to reach millions of people worldwide and discuss things relating to climate change. Like technology and media can help you reach millions of people in different countries at a particular time. And this can also encourage them to take global climate action. Secondly, people use technology and media to amplify marginalized voices. There are lots of people in the rural communities that you can't even reach out to. This technology, this media that we are using will help them to be able to reach out to these people, hear their climate stories, their demands, and put it online for other people that are in the right position to listen to their demands and do something to be able to know what these people are going through at the moment. Thirdly, it helps us to mobilize action. Action in terms that it helps you to shape public opinion, mobilize people to take concrete actions, from starting online campaigns, from showcasing your work, from educating people and inspiring people in ways that they can take action. So lastly, I will also say that it also helps people to track progress in a way that technology tools help us to monitor climate progress, identify areas to improve and success to build on. Identify areas in terms of there are sometimes that when you start posting things online, the best way for you to understand these things, the best way for you to know how best you can actually work and improvise in whatsoever you have done so far is for you to track your progress. You'll be able to know which content is going out the most, how best can I navigate this content to make it accessible for people and success to build on. So what is the primary goal for people? Why do people use technology? Why do people use media? If you look at Instagram today, you see a lot of influencers, people that cook online, people that do climate actions online, a lot of people are using social media to do technology to do a lot of things. The first thing on my list today is educating and empowering you to drive action. Social media today has inspired a lot of people to take action. It has educated, it has created resources and support for youth-led initiatives. It has also called for critical thinking, creativity. A lot of people are creative in whatever they're doing. Even an hairdresser, someone selling hair online, you see them dancing, putting their market on their head. This is how creative people have become through the use of technology and media. Just reach out to people, reach out to participants to patronize them and also use their services. Also, social media has helped to empower people, build up their problem-solving skills, and also help youth to participate in decision-making process. A lot of youth today, through social media, through technology, they have been able to know that, okay, this is what I should do, this is actions I'm supposed to take, how they can be informed from them to start sitting down on the table, making decisions, taking decisions whatsoever they do. People also use social media to increase online followers. Like people want to reach diverse audience, they want to build their followers, they want to educate people, they want to raise funds for charitable causes, promote entertainment and leisure activities. Like a lot of people go on technology now, they use media to ease their stress. They want to have fun. Whenever they are being stressed at work, whenever they are being stressed mentally, they want to have fun. They want to build up their mental health and remain stress-free. So how can we communicate climate change in an effective way? For me, when I started Talk Climate Africa, I think 2 years ago, I started as a podcast channel. I understand that a lot of people have little or no understanding of what climate change is all about. Climate change, climate discussion is very, very vast. You can't just wake up one morning and say you want to understand the whole information when it comes to climate change. Is it climate smart agriculture? Is it renewable energy? Is it the Paris Agreement, the Kyoto Protocol, the Pact for Future that has just been adopted? There are lots of things, there are lots of climate trends that you need to understand. And for you to understand this and for you to inspire people to take action, you need to be able to discuss these languages, these terms in a clear and concise language. You need to break down these climate jargons, like I call it, or technical terms in a way that is very, very simplified. If you go to my blog or my post, whenever I'm trying to post something about climate change, the first thing that comes to my mind is how would this person understand this? What how would this person understand this without having any issue with having to talk about climate smart agriculture, having to talk about adaptation, mitigation, having to meet someone for the first time to explain this thing. So most times I try my possible best to make sure that every context I put out there is simple, is straightforward, for people to be able to understand the climate message I'm passing at that particular time. And also, if you want to make your climate message very, very effective, you share your personal stories. I remember when I said climate, when I started climate change, when I started things on climate actions, I don't understand what climate change is all about. I started through volunteering. I remember I was in 200 level in school in year 2017, and I had this opportunity to volunteer for doing initiatives on SDGs particularly. And I don't even know anything about climate change. I don't even know anything about SDGs. And no one was there no one was there to make me understand what SDGs is all about, what climate change is all about. So I started from there, and this is one way. Whenever I want to talk about climate change, this is one way I start sharing my stories, and I start telling people about climate change. I start telling people about the impact of flooding. I start talking to people about the impact of deforestation. The impact, when you start telling someone that if you cut a tree today, it will cause this, it will cause that. If you litter something inside your drainage today, it will cause this, it will cause that. It will create emotional connection with your audience. They want like, oh, let me stop this, let me be part of this change, let me recycle my waste so that it won't have this impact on me or my future generation. Also, if you want to tell your story online, probably content creation, use credible source. A lot of people will be like, you are just, especially the rural communities, so like you are just saying this, you are just saying that. The best thing for you to do is for you to use data to support your claim. You can't just say that, okay, many people are dying. What is the proof? What data are you using to back up with your claim? This thing will make sure once people see data, they'll be persuaded to at least take action. They'll be inspired to take action. And along the line, you'll be able to reach out to those people. You'll be able to inspire them and encourage them for them to be part of this change and also participate in anything that is relating to climate change.
Hi, Olasamide. We can't hear you again.
Having a network issue, I'm trying to move to another myself. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
We can hear
Yes,
you
we
now.
can hear you. We can hear you.
And you can see my slide.
Yes, we
Can you see
can.
my slide? Sorry for that. The network connectivity on my side. So as I was saying, sorry. So as I was saying, I think I stopped at effective climate messaging. So whatsoever you are trying to put online, you should have a credible data source to support your climate claim, making sure your message is more persuasive for people to be able to at least know what you're talking about and be pushed to take action. So the power of technology and media. Youth engagement thrives on platforms that encourage interaction and easy access to information. 70% of youth today are online, be it social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Personally, LinkedIn is my go-to platform whenever I want to post anything professionally. So a lot of people are on social media. Whenever you're trying to whenever you're trying to use technology or media to achieve something, or whenever you are trying to post out whatever you are doing online, you need to know where your target audience is, where your target audience is most active. Whether you're using Facebook, whether you're using like YouTube, you're using Instagram, the first thing you need to know is where your target audience is most active. And whenever you discover that, okay, this is where my target audience is most active, you can then build on certain tailored content that engage them. If you go to my LinkedIn pages, most people I accept on my LinkedIn pages are people I know that, okay, they're into climate change. Most groups I join are groups that I know that this is where my climate audience are. This is people that can resonate with what I am trying to post online, with what I'm trying to preach about, with what I'm trying to inspire people on. So for you to use technology, the first thing you need to do is to select a platform where your target audience is most active. Then when you know, okay, this is where my target audience is, then you can use tailored approach, tailored content to engage them. Secondly, people use blogs and podcasts. Like I said, when I said Talk Climate Africa, I started with a blog, with a podcast, because it gives me an avenue to create content that is, aside from being able to talk in an audio format, to be able to give me an avenue to be able to explain whatsoever I'm putting out there. When I talk about deforestation, I'll be able to create long form content to talk more about this climate issue. I'll be able to use different examples, different solutions at a particular time. And if you know that, okay, you are very good at writing, you are very good at podcasting, you can leverage this technology, this media platform to pass to create your content, to pass your message across to people. Also, webinars like this, people use this platform like Spotify, like Zoom, to engage people in discussions on relevant issues. People use this platform to captivate audience, making complex issues more accessible. A lot of people, if you notice, people no longer do again, most people want to go online, want to go on video platform because they can be able to negotiate. I can see people from Abuja. You can see that this webinar and video platform has been an avenue for us to bring people from different regions in Nigeria to participate in conferences, to be able to know what climate issues is all about and make it more accessible to people, regardless of where they are at the moment. Lastly, you can also use online communities, influencer partnerships, online communities like Slack for collaboration, peer learning. I've been able to participate in lots of conferences, in lots of discussions whereby people from different countries we have been able to sit down in one particular place to discuss on what climate change is all about, to discuss on what a particular thing is all about. Then you collaborate with people. You know what they are doing in their country at that moment. You know solutions that have put in place. Okay, when I'm talking about flooding in Nigeria, it's different. The way we combat flooding in Nigeria is different from the way that people in India or people in America are combating flooding. So this avenue, this Slack platform or Slack group, give us an avenue for us to come together. Everybody brings, okay, this is what I do in my country. This is how I do it, and then you can be able to collaborate, can be able to partner to be able to pass these climate messages. Also, People using social media for climate action. A lot of organizations now use social media for climate action. I won't lie to you. You go online, top advice by using social media for climate action. If NG use SDGs, they are using social media particularly for climate action. A lot of people are building on social media because that is the best way for us to reach millions of audience without even leaving your doorstep. You can be preaching to people, you can be encouraging people, you can be inspiring people from your room on how they can be able to be part of climate change, how they can be able to be part of adapting or mitigating this climate issue that everybody is talking about. And the first thing for you to do when you're using social media, when you're leveraging social media for climate action, is for you to create branded hashtags. To go on use that particular hashtag. And this will be able to make you know that okay, if I create a post and I can be able to use I can be able to use renewable energy or climate smart agriculture as hashtag to be able to reach this particular amount of people, both on TikTok, whatsoever platform you're using at the moment. And this will enable you to be able to
Oh, hi everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, I think our speaker is having a bit of a glitch in network.
Online can help you reach a millions of people online. Like you can be able to use hashtags like renewable energy, climate smart agriculture, climate education, whatsoever hashtag. Just for example, now go on LinkedIn, click on renewable energy or Instagram, put hashtag renewable energy and open it up. You'll see a lot of people that is using this hashtag to post out content. And now imagine that you actually use your own content and you have this hashtag. Whenever anybody wants to use that particular hashtag, they get to see your content and from there it goes viral. It also helps you to mobilize actions and also build community. Then when we look at social media challenges too, a lot of people we have lots of challenges online. We have 14 days of activism, 2 days of LinkedIn challenge, this and that. And these challenges is just to encourage people to take climate actions and share their progress. Imagine you want to do a social media challenge on climate smart agriculture and you encourage farmers to like they should post maybe today if they plant maybe you want to do 3 months of planting vegetables and it's okay every day they should post the stage at which their vegetables are. These challenges will encourage people to take climate action, to even participate and share their progress. And also it will also help them to be consistent. When I mean consistent, they want to give account of what they are doing at the moment and to boost their morale, to encourage them to at least be part of this action and also share their progress. Also, you can also utilize online petition to demonstrate public support for climate policies and initiatives. A lot of petition is going on. A lot of petition is on social media. People are crying for just transition. People are crying for renewable energy. People are crying for gender inclusion. A lot of petition, and you can be part of this to demonstrate your public support for climate policies and initiatives. You don't even need to be part of, you don't need to have a project, you don't even need to develop a project for you to be part of this petition. You don't need to be a climate advocate or an activist for you to be part of this petition. You just know that okay, this is what is right and this is why I should be a contributor to this. And then you participate, you demonstrate your public support for these policies and initiatives. Lastly, you can be able to monitor your engagement, and monitoring your engagement helps you to refine your social media strategy. When I started for Climate Africa, I won't lie to you, I don't even know anything. I was just writing jargons and then I'll put online. Sometimes I have one like, sometimes I have 2 likes, sometimes I have 3 likes. To me, it was discouraging, but I did not give up. The only thing that in thought, those likes, those comments, those analytics for that moment gave me was boosting my morale. I get to know which post did better. Was it because of the way I actually, the hook I used, the attention I was able to seek? Like, it helps me to go back to my drawing board, refine my social media strategy, magnify impacts. It was able to make me understand how best I can re-strategize and make sure that, okay, when next I'm posting, this is the best way I can post. This is the best thing I can do at the moment, and this is the only way I can actually reach out to millions of people. I won't like to the first day I hit 100 likes on LinkedIn, I thought I've won it all. It was due to this social media analytics that helped me so far. I was able to develop, rebrand, re-strategize, read, be able to do things, craft things that will be able to attract people, that will be able to attract people to read and also drop their comments or whatsoever post that is going out at that moment. So social media analytics helps a lot. It helps a lot. You can use feedback tools, you can use a lot of things for you to know what you are doing best, which of your action is going, like which of your action is more developed, which of your action is developing audience at that moment. Then you can also use technology to start a project. You might think that, okay, to start a project you need millions of naira to start a project. Okay, like, okay, you want to be part of this project, you want to go into renewable energy, and you feel that the best way you can go into renewable energy is for you to have 1 million naira in your account. My brother, you are wasting time. Time is no longer at your side. You can start, there are little things you can do for you to start a project. And one thing, one better way for you to start any project is using technology and media. I'm telling you today, right? The best way you can start a project, you can develop a project, you can move your project from point A to point 100 is for you to use technology and media. When I started, I don't know anything. I'll keep saying it. I don't even know anything. I won't lie to you. I was not like jack of I won't say I was the master of everything at that moment. But social media has been able to make me meet people, be able to generate funds for my organization. It has helped me to leverage opportunities that I can't even think of. You can, for you to just start, you can actually, first of all, the first thing you need to do whenever you're trying to start a project is for you to conduct need assessment, identify your target audience. You can't just wake up one morning, open LinkedIn now and start posting on, today you post on climate smart agriculture, tomorrow you post on gender, next tomorrow you post on renewable energy. My sister, people were like, what is this one even say? You're even confusing your audience at that particular point of time. So the best thing for you to understand your target audience, know what you want to do. Before I craft my niche on going into climate education, I won't lie to you, I was jumping from one post to another. I was, today you see me in climate, today you see me in different areas, climate financing. It was not actually bad. I was trying to get ideas, I was trying to build up my capacity. But at the long run, I try to understand that, okay, my target audience is climate education. I'm trying to create awareness to people, and I stood with that. I was able to identify my target audience, their needs and their goals. And identify your target audience will also make you create your aim and objective to clearly make you outline your project aim. Okay, I want to go into climate education. Which people really need this? Is it the rural communities? Is it school children? Okay, fine, I want to go, I want to use the school children, I want to use school children as my target audience. How best can I achieve this project? How best can I reach out to school? How best can I adopt school? To make you sit down, carry your drawing board and your paper and pen, and start writing out clearly your project aim and objective and how best you can achieve them. After understanding your identifying your target audience, it will also make you to understand who you are trying to reach, to make you to know that, okay, if I'm developing a book today, is it that I'm developing a book for older generation, younger generation? It will be able to make you get a right direction on what you are trying to do. You can't just wake up one morning and go online and start posting something without having a target audience. You don't know who your audience are. You don't know who wants this at a particular time. You don't know what you are trying to achieve. You don't know how you'll be able to achieve these things. It is something that you will just be in a cycle. You'll be running up and down, going from one place to another, and it will help you to develop a right strategy, a comprehensive plan for you to achieve this project. And the best way to do this is for you to identify your target audience, outline your project aim, understand who you are trying to reach out, and also create a comprehensive plan on how you can achieve this project. And there are lots of challenges. I won't lie to you, there are lots of challenges when it comes to starting a project, especially using social media. The first thing is limited internet connectivity. You agree with me? I used almost 20 minutes trying to connect. I tried my 9 mobile, tried my Airtel, tried my MTN. Why at this particular point of time, these three networks decide to fuck up? Sorry for using that English. They decide to misbehave. We have a lot of internet connectivity issue, especially here in Nigeria. So if you are trying to build up on all this kind of thing, you need to partner with organizations that provide internet access. And trust me, these things are not giving you 100% guarantee that, okay, if I partner with organization, maybe partner with Petranet now, it will give you 100% internet access, especially in rural communities. It won't guarantee you. So instead, you also develop an offline alternative, and offline strategies, probably printing materials, printing resources that you can take to that to your audience. Maybe you go to the school, you share, you discuss, instead of you leveraging on internet connectivity. Also, you can also combat digital literacy by providing digital literacy training, like what NG Youth SDG is doing today is providing digital literacy training. They're trying to build people for a stronger Nigeria when it comes to climate action. They are providing online resources, online support. They're trying to build up people to be able to take action digitally. You don't really need to be at a physical ground for you to get the knowledge that you need. A lot of people now leverage on digital literacy training. They're trying to improve people's capacity building by digital means and by technology and media. Also, we have cyberbullying and online harassment. You can make a post today and someone just come and post something that's counterpart what you are seeing at the moment. Is actually, it can actually affect your mental health. I won't lie to you, whereby you just post something that you feel that, okay, people need this, and someone just come and post their own. One thing I do is trying to know that, okay, I try to look at that person's perspective, and I try to create online kindness. Okay, fine. If you drop a comment on my this thing that is against what I post, I'll like, fine, you are right, but this is what I'm trying to say. Most times I use data to back it up, because once you have data, like I said earlier, it gives you an avenue to persuade people to understand what you are trying to post at that particular time. And it's also, you can also overcome these challenges by implementing moderation policies. You can just also put online that, okay, this is what you know about, this is from your own opinion. Anybody opinion is, other opinions are welcome. You can provide support resources like the data, the backup data stuff that I just talked about. Then for funding and resource constraints, funding is a big issue when it comes to when it comes to climate change, when it comes to anything you want to do. Funding is a big issue. Resource constraints, lack of infrastructure is a very big issue. And one way you can actually overcome these challenges is for you to collaborate. You can't do it alone. You can collaborate with a lot of people. I remember on Saturday I was part of Sources Vibe World Cleanup Day, and I saw a lot of partnership, little organizations that were trying to partner with Sources Vibe for them to carry this World Cleanup Day activities. Imagine this organization want to just wake up on their own and then want to carry out the cleanup activities by themselves. You can imagine the funding that will go into it, the resources that will go into it, everything. But you partnering with several organizations that are doing better, we give you an avenue for you to do something that is more stronger, more credible, and more something that you can actually have a nice analytics when it comes to, okay, you want to gauge your progress so far. You can also apply for grants. And grants is, before you can apply for grants, a lot of grants today, they want to see your impact that you have done so far. And for you to be able to show them the impact that you have done so far, you can actually leverage technology at a little token. You have data on your phone, you are doing WhatsApp every day. Some people, out of 24 hours in a day, you can spend 20 hours on Instagram. scrolling up and down, following your favorite influencers. Why can't you convert this data to post something online? These things, in fact, you can even volunteer for organizations. Go take pictures, at most take pictures, go back, post online that okay, this is what I gained from the platform. This thing can open you to a lot of opportunity. And when you're applying for grants, you can refer them back to your post. You can refer them back to those activities that you felt you are just doing it for maybe fun. Those things can make you leverage you to a lot of opportunities, leverage you to a lot of things that you can do. You can even include in your grant that can even make you to apply for grants. No grant is small. $200, you might think is a little amount of money compared to naira today, but I'm telling you, it will go far. Even if it's to buy water for your volunteers when you are trying to carry out a project, it goes a long way. Crowdfunding also helped me a lot. When I started Talk Climate Africa, I also have an NGO, Art to Bear Love Foundation, and that NGO specialized on no poverty. I remember everything I did, reaching out to need the people that need one or two things. Everything I did was support from my friends, my family. I can tell you that I spent roughly 500K from people, support from friends and family, and this has helped me. Crowdfunding is something that you might just okay sit down in your house, tell your friend that okay you want to do some social things, and they'll just like okay I will support you with 200 naira, I'll support you with 300 naira. Before you know, they can tell another person, that person will support you. So don't be shy. You can tell people what you are trying to do, and they can actually help you at the long run. Then you can also prioritize resource allocation. A lot of people have a lot of resources that they are not using. They only need value. Just show them what you want to do. What will this project achieve? And trust me, those resources that is lying there wasting, they will support you, they will give you resources, they might support your printing, they might support anything you want to do at the moment. So funding and resource constraints, these are the ways that you can actually overcome these challenges. And lastly, engagement and participation. To create content is not easy. You can see a lot of people online jumping, laughing, dancing, just for them to pass message to millions of people. I'll tell you that it is not easy. Most times, I want to create a 1 minute video content, and I spend almost 3 days looking at it. I will like, okay, this is not good. This will not generate a crowd. This will not generate audience. I will look at it, go back, look at it, go back, look at it, go back. You might think that okay, it's just content you are trying to create, but I'm telling you that people are looking at you. That there's an eagle eye out there. Any content you create today, create it with all your power. You don't know who's looking at you. I've gotten a lot of opportunities from content that I feel that they might not even do well on social media, like on LinkedIn. I've got people reach out to me that I like the way you break out things to a layman understand when it comes to climate change. My brother, it is not by my strength, it is the excellence that I see in it. You create interactive content, you create incentives that will draw people and encourage feedback and feedback loops. Like encourage feedback, create feedback, Google Forms, create survey links for them, people to come back and tell you that okay, this is how you can improve, this is how you can leverage opportunities, this is how you can do this, this is how you can do this to make it better. Trust me, it helps a lot. You might even see criticism. A lot of people criticize you, but those criticisms help you to be more better when you are trying to do the next project. So how can we measure our impact? How can you tell that okay, what I'm doing something good. I'm doing something that actually reach out to people. The first thing I'll say is tracking your engagement. If you track your engagement, it will help you to identify areas where you need to improve. You will help you to tell you that okay, you are doing better. Sometimes you need to give yourself accolades, and the best way you can give yourself these accolades is the through the fact that you track your engagement. Okay, you know that this one is going better. This is where I'm supposed to improve on. This is what I'm supposed to do to improve better. And also, people that have websites, you can also use website analytics. You can monitor your website traffic, how many likes, how many comments, what can I do better, how do my users see these stocks, and how best can I refine my online strategies. I spoke about survey and feedback tools. You can understand people's perspective through surveys, through survey links, through Google Forms. You can identify areas to improve. You can measure your program effectiveness, how many people are engaging, how many people have you gotten to. You can also even track people that was able to even message you and even reach out to you for opportunities. Also, your return on investment. You can your financial effectiveness. How much have you spent? You can justify your funding. Okay, this is okay. Maybe for instance, you win a grant of $500. Okay, you can justify how you're able to spend this appropriately to suit in your project and also inform future investments. Lastly, I will say that using technology and media is very important for helping young people to fight climate change. A lot of people are online today, whatsoever you want online. In fact, YouTube, if you want to learn something online today, you literally don't need to pay for anybody. You don't need to pay anyone to come and teach you. You can go on YouTube and you can learn something. You can be a data analyst, professional through YouTube. You can be a project manager through YouTube. I'm not saying that going for online physical classes is bad, but you can actually leverage technology and media to fight climate change, to learn more, to build your capacity, and also know how to make clear messages and choose the right form to get people involved. You also need to make sure that everyone can join in, even in areas with limited internet, and technology and medias can help you to achieve this. So thank you so much. I hope I've been able to break down ways that you can be able to leverage technology and media in effective youth participation, and I've been able to make you understand ways that you can actually start that project today without waiting for 100 million, without waiting for something to push you to start. Thank you so much. Over to you, Praise.
Hi, thank you so much. Oh my God, that was fantastic. That was really fantastic. So I'm going to come back to this session. I know that a lot of people are already blown away. It has been an amazing time. Thank you so much, Olatunmide. Thank you for putting that together. I think you just practically explained and also shared what we are supposed to be doing. You told us about using our personal story. You told us about using our personal story, and that was fantastic because you just put into practice what you told us about using our personal story, all the way you were trying to let us know how you were able to go about your journey, sharing using your social media, even when you had little information on what you were doing, and you kept doing your research and you kept growing and making informed decisions. And I love the fact that you still talked about research, which is very important. So it's not just about going online to talk and put out your story, but also make sure that your data, your findings, whatever you're putting together is correct. It's not ChatGPT and you're not sure of what is going to happen or you're having wrong information. Like she said, people are watching for positivity. People also check oh, what this person says, is it true? Can I draw insights from what this person is saying and also use for my own conversations or for my own post or for my own engagement. Thank you so much, Olatunmide. So do we have questions? I think I will just take 2 questions because of time. So if you have questions, just let us know in the chat box. Please, do you have questions? Do you have questions? Let's keep it coming. I know that the session was really simple, insightful. That's the word, very simple, very insightful. She broke down everything. She was just saying that she used to break down everything on social media. I was like, this our speaker is already breaking down things. Yeah. So, oh, you sent a question earlier. Please, can you reshare your question again? This was really insightful. Thank you so much for the session. Can we have questions? Samuel said, how do I create my personal and unique hashtag? Samuel, the way you're saying it as if it's a big deal, it's not that difficult. Over to you, Olatunmide. Olatunmide, can you hear me?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you. You said, how can you create your particular hashtag? It's very simple. You continuously post using that particular hashtag, and before you know it goes viral, people will get used to it and they'll also want to use the hashtag. So maybe you create a post on youth engagements or Samuel engagements. Then at the end of your post, hashtag Samuel engagements. Probably anytime you post, you use that hashtag. Before you know, it's something that will go viral, and then you get used to it, and that's how you create your personal hashtag. You can also create an advert. You can run adverts with that hashtag to make it go viral. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we still have some questions in the Q&A. So I will just ask, someone said, how can technology be used to bridge the digital divide and ensure equitable access for youth in rural areas? So and also I think the B part of the question is, what are the ethical considerations and potential risks associated with using technology for youth engagement? Do you want me to take that again?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the first one, the person is basically talking about how can technology be used to bridge digital divide and ensure equitable access for youth in rural places. So how can we leverage technology, understanding that the focus is on rural places and young people in the rural communities? How can we use technology, right, to ensure people are more informed and all that? So I think the questions can be rephrased is, what can you do? What are some localized strategies you can implement if you want to carry out advocacy in communities? Climate action advocacy, I believe.
All right. If you want to carry out advocacy in rural communities without internet connection, you can actually print materials. You can print materials that can create resources and take it to the rural communities. Then you use that to engage them on what you're trying to talk about. Most times, I'll advise that you use pictorial representation. Like when you print something, you are living, you have the connectivity, you have the internet. You can actually create a banner, create incentives that you can take to that rural communities, show them, and then teach them what you are trying to talk about. And most times in rural communities, it's not about technology. It's not everything that is about technology or media when it comes to climate action. You can be practicable enough, like, okay, deforestation. Now you go there, teach them tree planting. You want them that if you are teaching someone on tree planting, it needs to be on media or technology. No, it is something that is a practical experience. So just in short form, get your resources that you need in hand: banners, books, educational materials. Take it to that communities and educate them appropriately on how they can take actions. Thank you.
Thank you, Olatunmide. There's also another question in the chat box. I believe that that's what the session is about. Someone said, how can we use multimedia tools to create impactful content for climate advocacy? And I believe that's what the session is about on various platforms. Or do you still want to expatiate on that? Maybe in 2 seconds or thereabout.
Okay, I know I spoke a lot about how you can leverage technology and media to take these actions to create content. And mostly now, we have lots of AI tools that you can use. I'm not really recommending AI tools, but it actually makes you very, very smart, and it helps you to get information on climate change. And aside AI tools, you can go on YouTube. A lot of climate professionals have helped us in a way that they have broken all these technical terms that we need. They have amplified one climate YouTube page I would recommend is Global Taming. And also on her Instagram, she has what we call Be Wise, Climate Be Wise, where she tried all her possible best to explain climate change in a very, very simple term. So these things are, you just carry out your research. Carry out your research. From your research, from there you'll be able to develop content that you can easily understand, because if you can't understand it, you won't expect normal people to understand what you're trying to pass out. So the first thing you need to do is create content that you yourself can understand. You yourself, once they wake you up from sleep, you can be able to explain it and people can understand it before posting it out there. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will just take 2 more questions because of time. And if you have more questions, you can always use the feedback, the post-test link to share. So someone said, okay, that when it comes to combating misinformation, climate misinformation, that what platform do you recommend to get accurate data and information aside from Google?
there are lots of platforms. You see LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one platform that I can vouch for any day, anytime. You go on LinkedIn, you follow groups that are into this particular space that you are interested in. From there, you can actually get a lot of people post a lot of it on YouTube. I won't like on LinkedIn. I won't lie to you. And one thing I realized on LinkedIn is that even if you don't understand it, they go extra mile to break them down for you to even understand and also be able to relate. They make it more relatable and engaging for you. Then aside YouTube, aside Google, I mentioned LinkedIn. You can also use ChatGPT. I won't lie to you. ChatGPT is a place whereby whenever I'm confused about something I see online, just go there, type in layman language, can you explain this to me? Can you explain this to me? And voila, you have gotten your responses, and it will actually help you. Sometimes you can even ask for them for data source, and they'll refer you to some links like United Nations, UN Environment, UNFCCC, and you'll be able to get whatever you want at that particular point of time. Thank you.
Yes, and yes, I totally agree with you, Olatomide. You can use AI in a very smart and professional way to gather data, and you then do your own findings. But I also recommend that Google is one of the best platforms because Google contains real-time data and is more updated than AI. So someone said that I love the way you say I won't lie to you. But thank you so much, Olatomide. That was like a playful feedback from one of the participants. So thank you so much. We are super excited to have you in this conversation. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for making this conversation worthwhile. Thank you. Please, can we put a round of applause to our speaker or our facilitator?